The Royal Moroccan Army is the branch of the Royal Moroccan Armed Forces responsible for land-based military operations. The army is about 175,000 troops strong. In case of war or state of siege, an additional force of 150,000 reservists and paramilitary forces, including 20,000 regulars of the Royal Moroccan Gendarmerie and 30,000 auxiliary forces, come under the Ministry of Defence Command. Army forces from Morocco have taken part in different wars and battles during the 20th century, from World War I, to the recent Central African Republic conflict. History. The Moroccan army has existed continuously since the rising of Almoravid Empire in the 11th century. During colonization and the Protectorate's period, large numbers of Moroccans were recruited for service in the Spey and Tyrela regiments of the French Army of Africa. Many served during World War I. During World War II, more than 300,000 Moroccan troops served with the Free French forces in North Africa, Italy, France and Austria. The two world conflicts saw Moroccan units earning the nickname of Tod des Choualben by German soldiers as they showed particular toughness on the battlefield. After the end of World War II, Moroccan troops formed part of the French Far East Expeditionary Corps engaged in the First Indochina War from 1946 to 1954. The Spanish Army also made extensive use of Moroccan troops recruited in the Spanish Protectorate, during both the Rif War of 1921-26 and the Spanish Civil War of 1936-39. Moroccan regulars, together with the Spanish Legion, made up Spain's elite Spanish Army of Africa. A paramilitary gendarmerie, known as the Mouloudja Lifianas, and modelled on the French Goumiers, was employed within the Spanish zone. The Royal Armed Forces were created on May 14, 1956, after French Morocco, a French protectorate, was dissolved. 14,000 Moroccan personnel from the French Army and 10,000 from the Spanish Armed Forces transferred into the newly formed Armed Forces. This number was augmented by approximately 5,000 former guerrillas from the Army of Liberation. About 2,000 French officers and NCOs remained in Morocco on short-term contracts, until crash training programs at the military academies of Saint-Cyr, Toledo and Dar al-Baida produced sufficient numbers of Moroccan commissioned officers. The first wars that Moroccan troops have taken part in the 20th century as an independent country were the Ifni War and San War. In the early 1960s, Moroccan troops were sent to the Congo as part of the first multifunctional UN peacekeeping operation, ONUC. But the Moroccan armed forces were mostly notable in fighting a 25-year asymmetric war against the Polisario, an Algerian-backed rebel national liberation movement seeking the independence of Western Sahara from Morocco. The Royal Moroccan Army fought during the Six-Day War and on the Golan Front during the Yom Kippur War of 1973 and intervened decisively in the 1977 conflict known as Shiba to save Zaire's regime. After Shiba II, Morocco was part of the Inter-African Force deployed on the Zaire border, contributing about 1,500 troops. The armed forces also took part in the Gulf War with a mechanized battalion and an infantry battalion in the Omar and Tariq task forces. In the 1990s, Moroccan troops went to Angola with the 3 UN Angola versification missions, UNAVAM I, UNAVAM II, and UNAVAM III. They were also in Somalia, with UNOSOM I, the US-led Unified Task Force, sometimes known by its US codename of Restore Hope, and the follow-on UNOSOM II. They saw fighting during the 3-year October 4, 1993 confrontation in Mogadishu to rescue a U.S. anti-militia assault force. Other peace support involvement during the 1990s included United Nations Transitional Authority in Cambodia, and the missions in the former Yugoslavia, IFOR, SFOR, and KFOR. Recent United Nations deployment in Africa and elsewhere have included the United Nations Organization Stabilization Mission in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the UNOCI, BINUCA and MISCA. Other missions have included Pegil Island Crisis, International Security Assistance Force Joint Command, Operation Scorched Earth, MINUSTAH, United Nations Supervision Mission in Syria, Algeria, Morocco, and other Arab states affected by the GSPC insurgency have been assisted in fighting Islamist militants by the United States and the United Kingdom since 2007, when Operation Enduring Freedom Trans-Sahara began. Army of Liberation. The Army of Liberation was a force fighting for the independence of Morocco. In 1956, units of the army began infiltrating Ifni and other enclaves of Spanish Morocco, as well as the Spanish Sahara. Initially, they received important backing from the Moroccan government. In the Spanish Sahara, the army rallied Sahrawi tribes along the way, and triggered a large-scale rebellion. In early 1958, the Moroccan king reorganized the Army of Liberation units fighting in the Spanish Sahara as the Saharan Liberation Army. The revolt in the Spanish Sahara was put down in 1958 by a joint French and Spanish offensive. The King of Morocco then signed an agreement with the Spanish, as he asserted control over the rebellious southern border areas, and parts of the Army of Liberation was absorbed back into the Moroccan Armed Forces. Nationalistic Moroccans tend to see the Army of Liberation battles in Western Sahara as a proof of Western Sahara's loyalty to the Moroccan crown, whereas sympathizers to the Polisario Front view it only as an anti-colonial war directed against Spain. Sahrawi veterans of the Army of Liberation today exist on both sides of the Western Sahara conflict, and both the Kingdom of Morocco and the Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic celebrate it as part of their political history. Forces today. Situation and equipment. From the beginning of 21st century, the Moroccan Army began a modernization program that included the purchase of modern equipment and the transformation into a more professional army performing multiple exercises with Allied armies, as a major non-NATO ally, member of the Initiative 5+5 and other cooperation agreements. The Army's modernization program took shape with the acquisitions of weapons such as the Chinese VT-1A and MRLS-AR-2, American M1A1 Abrams, the Hawk air defense system or the M109A5 self-propelled howitzer. The organization and structure of command remained the same: General Command Headquarters, Northern Command, Southern Command. Formations are 10 independent armored battalions, 3 mechanized brigades with 19 battalions, 35 independent infantry battalions, 6 light security brigades, 2 cavalry and 3 camel corps battalions, 2 paratroops brigades, 2 airborne battalions, 4 commando battalions and 13 artillery battalions. Air defense is included in the artillery structures and divisions. Armored units are mostly deployed in eastern and southern provinces, all along Algerian border and Moroccan wall. More than 600 tanks are in service, 150 VT-1A, 148 T-72B and 427 M60A3 per A3 TTS pattern. Some M48 patterns were retired from active service and stored as reserve with the 1991 ceasefire. The SK-105 Car-1 Cuirassiers had the same fate. In addition, 200 ex-US M1 Abrams are expected to be delivered after refurbishment and modernization to the M1A1SA Special Armor configuration. The mechanized brigades and cavalries, equipped with light armored carrier, armored personnel carriers and infantry fighting vehicles for transport, combat and recon missions, are equipped with, more or less, 1,200 M113 in different variants, 60 Ratel 20/90, 395 EABVCIVTT, 110 ex-Belgian AIFE, 175 AML90/60 and 110 AMX10RC. Other APCs are part of other corps as the auxiliaries UR416, or the recent purchase of 88 Lenco Bearcat for the Royal Moroccan Gendarmerie. The artillery, grouped in GARs, includes self-propelled howitzers, tow howitzers, MRLS and air defense systems. Mortar carriers are part of the RIMZ. The equipment includes 213 155 mm M109 SPH in different versions, 60 203 mm M110A2 SPH, received as EDA from USA, and 100 155 mm MKF3 remain in service. Note that only 155 mm towed howitzers are deployed all along the Moroccan wall, that includes 140 155 mm, 18 130 mm and 54 105 mm are deployed in different regions. 2 battalions of MRLS are also listed as part of RMA's inventory, the first with 36 122mm BM-21 and the second with 36 300mm AR-2. Moroccan anti-aircraft warfare have been based basically on self-propelled air defense systems, waiting the arrival of MIM-23 Hawk XX Ahmed Sam. In its inventory we find 72 MIM-72 Chaparral, 12 Tunguska M1, 90 ZSU-23-4 and 115 M163 VADS, in addition of the manpads used by the infantry are the 9K32 OE Eastschlach-2 9K38 OE Igloo Euro. Other systems include AAG's M1939, ZU-23-2 or M167 VADS, usually mounted on LUVs and CUCVs. For base protections 100 Type 90 were purchased from China, and recently, vehicles part of the AF902 FC5/35mm AA gun air defense system has been seen in Moroccan roads. International projection The Kingdom of Morocco is part of multiple international organizations, is a major non-NATO ally, part of the Arab League, and has established military cooperation with different countries such as USA, Russia, Portugal, Tunisia, China, Qatar, Italy, France, Spain, UAE or Turkey. As part of the UN, Moroccan Army participated in different peacekeeping missions. Moroccan troops were sent as part of SFOR, KFOR, MINUSTA or the more recent UNSMIS in Syria. It has also responded the call of its allies, taking part of conflicts such as Shibai, Battle of Mogadishu, the Gulf War or the Operation Scorched Earth, among others. Morocco has dispatched several field hospitals to conflict zones and areas affected by natural disasters. The latest contributions were at Libyan civil war, the Syrian civil war and in the Gaza Strip after Operation Pillar of Defense. The Royal Moroccan Army also performs annual training exercise called African Lion with the United States Marine Corps. The exercises are regularly scheduled, combined U.S.-Moroccan military exercise designed to promote improved interoperability and mutual understanding of each nation's tactics, techniques, procedures, unit readiness and enhancing foreign relations. Morocco has also been the venue for exercise OE Jebel Sahara since September 2000, taken 10 times since, and gathering elements from 33 Squadron, 230 Squadron, 18 Squadron, 27 Squadron, Joint Helicopter Force Headquarters from RAF Benson, 1st Battalion Royal Gibraltar Regiment and 2nd Brigade Unregistered Trademark Infantry Parachutist of the Royal Moroccan Army. The aim of the exercise was to increase the support helicopter warfighting capability in desert hot and high unregistered trademark conditions and foster good relations between the UK and Morocco. To achieve this, the scenario consisted of a joint counter-insurgency operation in the desert and mountain foothills to re-establish control and authority within a troubled region of North Africa. Another exercises were the OE Jebel Tarika with the Moroccan contribution of service personnel to an annual bilateral deployment of 2 companies of the Royal Gibraltar Regiment to the UK, on 7 occasions since 2003. OE Desert Fortakes a one-off bilateral helicopter exercise which is run between May 16 and June 30, 2009. This was a UK training exercise with objectives set by Joint Helicopter Command and run concurrently with Moroccan Air Force annual helicopter crew training. The Royal Gibraltar Regiment ran an exercise with the Moroccan 2E Brigade Infantry Parachutist in late 2008. The Royal Armed Forces also take part of different international exercises as Leapist, 7, Flintlock, 8, Blue Sand, 9, and occasional military operations exercises with Belgium, UAE, Spain, France and others. Ranks: Militaires du rang/enlisted, Soldat du Armée class/private, Soldat de Première class/private first class, Caporal or Brigadier/Lance Corporal, Caporal Chef or Brigadier Chef/Corporal, Sous-officier/non-commissioned officer, élève sous-officier/candidat at non-commissioned officers school, Sergeant/Sergeant, Sergeant Chef/Staff Sergeant, Sergeant Major/Sergeant First Class, Adjutant/Warrant Officer, Adjutant Chef/Chief Warrant Officer, Officers Subaltern/Junior Officers, Elev Officer Cadet, Aspirant/Aspirant, Sous Lieutenant/Sub-Lieutenant, Lieutenant/Lieutenant, Captain/Captain, Officers Super Copyright Rears/Senior Officers, Commandant/Major, Lieutenant Colonel/Lieutenant Colonel, Colonel/Colonel, Colonel Major/Colonel Major. GAR Copyright NAR Copyright Row/General Officers, GAR Copyright NAR Copyright RALDA Brigade/Brigadier General. GAR Copyright NAR Copyright RALDA Division/Major General. GAR Copyright NAR Copyright RALDA Corps d'Armes Copyright E/Lieutenant General. GAR Copyright NAR Copyright RALDA Lama Copyright A Commandant en Chef, General of the Army and Commander-in-Chief retained by His Majesty the King of Morocco. In 2009, the Moroccan Army had 24 generals, 80 colonel major, 200 LT colonel. Equipment. Uniform. The most common service uniform of the Royal Moroccan Army is olive drab, but you can also see Moroccan troops with other types of uniforms such as the Desert Lizard, Red Lizard and Camouflage Centre Europe uniforms. See also, Royal Moroccan Armed Forces, Royal Moroccan Navy, Royal Moroccan Air Force, Moroccan Royal Guard. Royal Moroccan Gendarmerie, Auxiliary Forces. References. Further reading, Anthony Cordesman, A Tragedy of Arms, John Keegan. World Armies ISBN 0-333-17236-1, Ahur l'Armée d'Afrique 1830-1962.